Ever get curious about, like, the companies behind the everyday things we use? Like, what's the story behind that super strong cleaner that keeps your garage spotless?
Yeah.
Well, that's what we're doing today. We're diving deep into PowerKleen.
A company that's been quietly dominating the cleaning industry for over 50 years.
That's right, over 50 years. And they've done it all privately, which is, as we dig deeper, a bigger part of their story than you might think.
It really is. You'd think a company with over 1,000 products, I mean, that's massive, right?
Right.
You'd think it was this huge corporation, but PowerKleen started with just one guy, John P. Sanders, back in 1973.
It's true. And they're very upfront about those roots, too. Their mission statement is to provide quality chemicals with professional service.
Simple. To the point.
Yeah, and they mean it. They actually call themselves the PowerKleen family, which I have to admit, at first I thought was just, clever marketing.
Oh, for sure. But it's more than that. John P. Sanders' wife, Joyce, she was their first receptionist and bookkeeper. And their very first product, Magic, it got its name because it cleaned a stubborn ketchup stain.
Oh.
It was a whole thing, one of the Sanders kids, naturally.
That's such a classic origin story, though. Like tackling a simple stain and then, bam,
Yeah.
you're onto something huge.
It speaks to that thing about PowerKleen's journey,
Sure,
They
man.
started small, family-run, really focused on a need. And that's what brings us to today, where they have over 1,000 products, meaning they can handle all these niche needs that those big corporations, they just don't have time for.
Right.
It's a testament to their research and development and that private structure. It lets them be agile,
See, that's what gets me. You hear cleaning chemicals. You don't exactly think cutting edge,
Right.
But PowerKleen, their reach goes from construction to trucking, food service, even asphalt.
Yeah, it's easy to forget how diverse industrial chemicals are. Every industry has its own needs, and PowerKleen seems to be able to adapt to each one.
Okay, so we've got a company that's privately owned, meaning they can be more, like, nimble, I guess, more responsive to their customers' needs. And they're super entrenched in all these different industries. It makes you wonder, how do they manage all of that? Over 1,000 products. That's got to be a logistical and scientific feat.
See, that's the really fascinating part. It's not just about, having the chemicals, right?
Right.
It's about the expertise behind them. Take something like SDS creation, for example.
Okay, full disclosure, I had to look that one up.
Yeah.
For anyone else who maybe isn't fluent in chemical jargon, we're talking about safety data sheets. But PowerKleen doesn't just use these sheets, they create them. Why is that so important?
So safety data sheets, they're crucial for any company that handles chemicals. They list the hazards, the safety precautions, everything you need to know to use a product safely and responsibly.
So it's like a super detailed manual for every single one of their products.
Exactly.
And they have a whole team dedicated to that.
They do, yeah. PowerKleen, having chemists and compliance experts in-house, says a lot about how seriously they take safety.
Wow.
They're not just trying to make a sale, they're giving you peace of mind,
That's pretty impressive. That level of attention to detail, it's got to carry over to everything else they do.
Oh, absolutely. It shows up in their logistics, too. Think about it. They serve a national market.
Right.
Getting those products out to all their clients safely, on time, that's huge.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
I bet there's a lot more to it than just slapping a label on a box.
You got that right. They've got their own fleet of trucks for one thing, and then they partner with national carriers just to make sure those deliveries happen no problem. And it's not just about getting it there, it's making sure it's handled right every step of the way.
Man, the stuff we never even think about, it really makes you appreciate how complex it all is. Even something as, basic as cleaning.
That's what I love about these deep dives. We get to uncover all those details,
Yeah.
all the hard work that goes into the things we just take for granted every day.
Totally. And with PowerKleen, it seems like that commitment to quality and safety, it's at the heart of everything.
It really does. And it's that commitment, along with, how agile they can be as a private company, that lets them work with such a diverse group. Small businesses, big corporations, all different kinds of industries.
Makes you think. Next time I'm using a cleaning product, I'm going to see it in a whole new light. It's funny to think we started this whole thing talking about cleaning products.
Right.
Seems so simple. But the more we learned about PowerKleen, the more I realize they're anything but.
It really challenges what you think you know, right?
Well,
Bigger is better.
I don't know about that. This is a company succeeding by sticking to what they're good at.
Totally. And by really taking care of their customers, focusing on them, instead of just trying to be everything to everyone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder who else is out there like that.
Just quietly killing it in their own lane.
It's a good question to leave on, right? Next time you're using something, anything, take a second and think about the company behind it.
Yeah.
You might be surprised. And PowerKleen. Safe to say, way more than just clean. A real testament to, what? Focus, commitment. And hey, maybe a little family magic too.
A little bit.
Thanks for diving deep with us.